Hello, Internetians! My name is Josh, ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the Phillies Soldo. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BBL, the Bandless Battlers League. This is going to be season number 3, week number 6. This is going to be our team builder, as we're looking to take on Willy and his Brisbane Scythers today, I believe, is who we're facing. I don't remember. So, quick spoiler alert, this is not going to be like the standard team builders that we do, because, yeah, it's Willy. Because I forgot to record it before I played. And that was a long time ago, so I don't even remember what happens in the battle that I got to record. And I definitely don't remember how I built the team. So we're going to go through one by one on the mons, like normal team builder, talk about the team, everything. So sorry that I don't have that. I will have one for week 7 because I'm about to go finish building that. And then we are going to, yeah. So let's talk about week 6. So week 6 we're taking on Willy and his Brisbane Scythers. There's link to his link to his channel is in the description below. Be sure to go check out his side of the battle as well. But his team is going to consist of Primal Kyogre, Zygarde, Klefki, Vengacharizard Y, Virizion, Raichu, Crobat, Behemoth, Swadloon, and Golem. Zygarde is 50%. And of course, Primal Kyogre is a massive threat. It's costing a lot of points. A lot of points, which is why you see such a very top-heavy, weird team like the ones that he has. So, very, very scary threats we have here. Obviously, the one I'm going to be prepping for the most is Primal Kyogre. And then, of course, I'm going to have prep for some of the other various mons around. Building the team was very, very interesting. I definitely saw some good ways that I could use his team. Whew. I found ways that I felt like I could win. My main problem was trying to find ways to switch into his threats and make sure I could handle them in an appropriate way and not ever lose to them, while at the same time trying to break through his team so that I can clean up with one of my sweepers. So, let's talk about what we're bringing. The first one we're going to be bringing is going to be our Xerneas, which is going to be Calm Mind, Thunderbolt, Moonblast, and Aromatherapy. I did have a couple of other ideas on the set, but ultimately decided that this was what I wanted to go with, as Calm Mind would help me take a hit from the Primal Kyogre, and in general, this could just help me completely body his team. I don't mind not having a lot of offense, because the only things that could check me on his team are, of course, faster mons, and the faster mons I'm either going to Calm Mind and not take a lot from, or something like Crobat, which while it could take a hit and try and check me, it's not going to do a lot of damage back to me, just because Brave Bird it's not the strongest Pokemon ever, and Xerneas can eat a Brave Bird. Cross Poison he could go for, but still it's not going to do a lot of damage. He does a huge chunk to everything on his team. At +1, I do a lot of damage to Zard. I only need a bit of chip damage off on that to kill it with +1 Thunderbolt. I don't want to go Thunder, because of course it's going to be 50% in the Sun, I believe. And then I'm also doing damage to Klefki as well, but I'm not as much as worried about how much damage I'm doing to Klefki, because Moonblast will do more, and 2, it's not going to really do too much damage back to me. Like, I can almost Calm Mind up on Klefki. That's why I have Aromatherapy to heal off any Thunder Waves or Toxics it tries to give me. So, I have lots of opportunity with this. Takes a lot of hits just naturally with its bulk. And is a good just blanket check to a lot of his mons. The next mon I'm going to be bringing is going to be my Mega Abomasnow. I 100% have to bring this Mega Abomasnow without question. Whew. And you'll notice that we're running a very similar set to what we ran last week. It's going to be the same HP and defense. It's going to allow me to take a +1 hit from the Zygarde, specifically an Iron Tail. What was that Spadef for? I think this Spadef was for taking a hit from the Raichu, which is really nice. I have Ice Punch, Leech Seed, Ice Shard, and Wood Hammer, a full physical set. This completely bodies him. The only thing that he can actually switch into this thing is going to be the Klefki, which takes a decent chunk from Ice Punch and takes a big hit from a Wood Hammer. I ultimately just really like the set. If he wants to go into his Klefki, that's perfectly fine. I can Leech Seed that too on the switch and start getting damage back, and I can pivot out versus it very, very easily. And do generally whatever I want. Because Klefki has merit in this match, but I definitely have switch-ins to it that will just completely stop it. But this is my Zygarde check. This is also a Primal Kyogre check. I am not worried. Oh, I know what this was. This bulk was so I could take hits from the Primal Kyogre. Special bulk. Yeah, so this helps me check the Primal Kyogre because I can Woodhammer that thing. I'm not afraid of HP Fire because you can't go for HP Fire with a Primal Kyogre because of the, what's it called? Primordial Sea. So that's very, very nice. He'd have to hit a Poke Splash or just will me down with Ordnance Pulses and Ice Beams, which don't do too much damage. And then, of course, Woodhammer is going to send that thing to the moon. But Ice Punch is there as a physical ice move for the Zygarde. Ice Shard is there for priority. And notice that I am running a Brave Nature with 0 speed IVs. That's because I am once again bringing Trick Room to this game. I thought Trick Room was very, very nice, especially since he has webs, so that while he thinks he may be able to get the drop on me with sticky webs, he won't be able to, just because I will be just reversing everything anyway. So very nice here. The next one I'm going to be bringing is going to be my Greninja. It's going to be Assault Vest, Rock Slide, Grass Knot, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam. The speed is so that I can outspeed a max speed Virizion, or no, a max speed Raichu. I outspeed a max speed Raichu. Whew. That bulk is to allow me to take 2 Origin Pulses from the Primal Kyogre or 1 Thunder from full. And that's just so I can have something to take a hit and get a whole bunch of damage off on that thing. I had to be very, very careful around the Primal Kyogre. I've tried to make a team that almost everything can take at least 1 hit from it and smack it really hard so that I can always revenge it. Grass Knot does a very large chunk to that. Rock Slide is good for the Mega Charizard Y. The reason I have Rock Slide is because over like a water move for Charizard Y is because if you actually do the calcs, a slightly invested HP Mega Charizard Y actually takes 2 Hydro Pumps from a Ash Gren because of the sun, and it's just natural split up. So I don't want him to think that he can take a hit in the sun from my Greninja, so I want to have Rock Slide there so I can bop that and not let it do anything. It's also good for the Crobat, but I would be going for Ice Beam versus that anyway. Speaking of which, Ice Beam is also there for the Virizion, for the Zygarde, and for the Swadloon. Golem I would click Grass Knot for, and then Dark Pulse is just my spammable stab move. He has no good Dark Resist on his team outside of Klefki. Virizion is not that good of a Dark Resist just because I can bop it with Ice Beam the next turn, or I can pivot out versus it because I have quite a lot of mons that take hits from it very, very well. But yeah, this is my Ash Grant. If I can get Battle Bond off, he is in a really, really bad place because then this is just going to nuke everything on his team. The next one we're going to be bringing is going to be my Gligar. It's going to be Earthquake, Aerial Ace, Roost, and Defog. This is my Virizion check. This is my Crobat check. Both those mons can do a lot of work versus me if I'm not fully prepared for them, so I have to be very, very careful. Mixed defensive, it's just some standard EVs that I threw together so I can take a hit, I believe, from the Raichu. I take a hit in her Ice from full. If it's Life Orb, I believe, or if it's +2, I take 1. If it's not a boosting item. So very nice there, but it also, like I said, helps me pivot in versus the Crobat, which can be a very big annoyance to me, just because of the team that I'm bringing. I'm not bringing a Flying Resist, aka not bringing my Regirock or my Manectric. But yeah, really nice. Our Aerial Ace is, of course, there for the Virizion, so I can do a whole bunch of damage to that and potentially even OHKO it, depending on its spread. And yeah, so this team is so far really, really good at bringing in the Charizard, so I have to have an answer for the Charizard. Everything on my team basically screams coming on me Charizard except for the Greninja, but he doesn't know that. Because like I said, he can take 2 hits, and I've been running Surf a lot, so if he sees that I'm running Surf a lot, then he definitely knows that he can switch in his Zard on a Greninja if he's already Mega Evolved and there's no Rocks up. So everything's screaming, come Zard, come Zard, come Zard. So I had to have something to stop Zard from coming in and just obliterating me, right? So my Dragalge's here as my Zard check. It's very, very Spadef, and it has Toxic Spikes, Sludge Wave, Draco Meteor, and Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire is there for the Klefki, which is very nice because there's a good chance that he may switch out his Zard while he's in versus Dragalge into his Klefki, and then Hidden Power Fire is going to be stun boosted and do a whole bunch of damage. Dual Stab is very, very nice against his team. Other than Klefki, nothing on this team wants to take this thing on. I even have Dragonium Z with Z Draco Meteor just to completely obliterate something. The special attack means that I obliterate the Mega Charizard Y with Z Draco. I would send Zygarde packing. Everything, I believe, gets OHKO'd by Z Draco. Maybe not Primal Kyogre and not Klefki. Toxic Spikes there is just as an option for a 4th move because I'm not running Assault Vest. I could run any random move. I thought about Dragon Pulse, but ultimately I just thought like Toxic Spikes could be better just for getting him up and stopping Subcoil Zygarde from being a threat, stopping Primal Kyogre, running Calm on 3 attacks from being a threat, etc. But yeah, this is my Dragalge. Very good for the Mega Charizard Y, but also good for the Primal Kyogre unless he's running the mixed offensive set with like Earthquake, which would be very bad. But I can take a hit from the Kyogre fairly well. I believe I take 2 Ice Beams, but I also might not. No, I definitely don't take 2 Ice Beams. I take an Orange Pulse into an Ice Beam, which is nice. And last but not least, we're bringing my Uxie, Cell Talk, Trick Room, U-Turn, and Psychic. Psychic is there as a general stab move because nothing on the team wants to take Psychic outside of the Behemoth and the Klefki, and Klefki in general is still going to be taking a decent amount unless it's fully spit F, but even still, that's about 20%. So that'll whittle it down to the point where my Xerneas will pick it off. But Uxie's here. I wanted the Eye of Papa Berry because I feel this thing could be switching in a lot and get to the point where it will be low. It could get into the 25% range, and just having that one-time heal is very, very nice on this. Psychic is nice, just like I said, it hits the Virizion. This is a backup Virizion check. This is a backup Crobat check. This helps me. This would stop the Swadloon too. I don't 2 KO the Golem. I 3 KO the Golem. In general. I have enough Spit F so that I break a Zygarde sub so that thing does not try and set up on me, which would be very bad. I had to be very careful of Zygarde with this team because this team is less prepped for Zygarde and more prepped for Kyogre, Zardwy, and then just have a few blanket checks for the rest of his Mons. Trick Room is there, of course, for my Dragalge and my Abomasnow to start doing work. You can see that this is also running a quite sassy nature. I forgot to fix the speed, but it's okay. But yeah, Trick Room is very nice to change his, to like, you know, flip his webs on him. So he may think he's doing a lot of good with his webs sometimes, but it'll end up hurting him if he decides to bring it. U-Turn is there just for pivoting sake. I didn't think I needed much else. And yeah, that's going to be the team that I am bringing versus Willy. 100% I was expecting Primal Kyogre, Zygarde, Klefki, Mega Charizard Y, the big 4. 100% expected them to come. I didn't see a reason why they shouldn't. And then the last 2 Mons really could have been just about anything else. I didn't expect Raichu. I didn't expect Swadloon. Like, I'm ready for webs in case he decides to bring them, but with the fact that, you know, I can flip it on him. But I didn't expect him to. I don't expect him to bring Swadloon. Like, I think webs is not to bring in this play, especially since I brought Trick Room already once before, and I've mentioned bringing it again. So I think his last Mons will be Crobat and Virizion. I think the big 6, which is his top 6. He's a top heavy team, so the top 6 makes sense. I think that's what he decides to bring. Overall, I really like the team. I don't like that don't have as much Volt Turn as I normally do because I have these 2 that could Volt Turn, but I only have this. I think Trick Room's really, really nice versus him. I think my Xerneas is really good at cleaning up, and we'll hopefully be able to pull something out in the game. So that's going to be the team that I am bringing. Let me know what you guys think, how you think we'll do tomorrow in the game, which I need to go record right about now. So that's everything, I hope. Make sure to go check out my opponent, like I said, in the description below when he puts up his side tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.